All right, this episode is going to be a very interesting episode because, as you will discover, we did not have our microphones on. But we still want you to have a listen because the next episode, da-da-dum, you're going to see the completion of what really happened. So listen to this. We know the sound is not so good, but this is real life. We're doing this from our hearts. And if you enjoy it, please share it, like it, so that our algorithm shows that people appreciate this work. Hey, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Soul Worthy Love, where we explore that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's not love. And guess what? After we did our last short episode where we're explaining how we do, the subconscious work, so many people call the office and they were wondering about this. So we decided to actually do a demo and show you the whole process so you see and understand how it works. So we wanted to make sure that, whatever we were going to find was not a big stories. But what's really interesting is most of the time, the reason why you're blocking yourself from love doesn't have to do with anything traumatic. It is traumatic for a child, but as an adult, you would not think it could be the reason why you're not open to love. But it is fascinating. You can do 30 years of therapy and never find the reason why, at some level, you're not able to trust love. So we're going to start where we left it the last time.
And we don't want to do 30 years of therapy.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
We want to enjoy life.
We want to move, exactly. So we're going to start again. For those of you, this might be the first time. You might have seen the previous episode. If you're interested in it, you feel curious, you should check it out, because I will explain a bit more why we're doing what we're doing. But right now I'm going to use muscle testing as a lie detector test. Basically, that's what we're doing. We can have a machine, with a needle that tells when you're lying on that line, or we can...
I'm not a liar, just like to lie. But you're going to know what she's doing when she starts to demo it.
And I'm just going directly into the nervous system. So I'm bypassing the machine, and I can just use muscle testing. So last time we were testing, I'm ready, willing, and able to trust love. And that's pretty important if you want to be able to be vulnerable and have your heart open with your partner. So this is what we're going to be doing.
Find a partner, right?
Yeah. With your partner, I'll find a partner, exactly. If you're single and you feel, oh my goodness, I've been trying everything and nothing is working, I've done all kinds of courses, I've taken, blind dates, I've been set up, I've done everything and it's still not working, it's most likely because subconsciously it's like, ooh, this is too dangerous. And I know this because when I work with couples, it is so cool to see, and it would blow your mind. Like when I do with a couple, it's like I feel like I'm watching the universe in action. Because let's say I do Carmelina, I'm ready, willing, and able to trust love, and then we find something that happened to her, I fix it, then I check her partner, I'm ready, willing, and able to trust love, I find something, I fix it, but then I get them to hold hands, and then we are already willing and able to trust love. And 95% of the time, I find the exact emotion at the exact same year. And you go,
you mean the emotion that is subconsciously blocking you?
Yes.
Right. Both of you are sharing that as a couple, you say.
Yes.
And then single-wise, like people that are single, because I was single, my daughter was single, so you went through the whole process and you saw us both meet somebody.
And not just anybody, that's the thing. Yeah. It's cool. It's like, this is why I find that soul-worthy love, it's conscious love. It's not the stuff from the Harlequin novel or the Hollywood movies. It's like, it's the real deal where you find your best friend with chemistry. This is my wish for everybody, is for, if you're single, to find your best friend with chemistry, and if you're in a relationship right now, to turn your partner and yourself into a best friend with chemistry. So again, when I work with couples, thing that they are attracted to that they don't know is the fact that they have the same fear. So remember, the aim of relationship is not to make us happy or miserable. The aim of relationship is to teach us how to love, because when we love, we feel happy. So when you do this kind of work, this subconscious work, you can actually let go of the story that's been blocking you. But what's really magical is when you meet your mate, you don't know that you share that same story. But, you know, when you meet someone, I could line up 20 people, they all look great. And on paper, they look handsome or beautiful, they're attracted to, out of the 10, just one. And that one, the reason you're going to be attracted to that one is because you have a subconscious knowing or understanding that through this relationship, you're going to learn about love. You're going to be able to heal your little heart, or get your little heart broken again,
You know what?
to force you to heal what's the story that's there. Yes?
I just want to, because when you say there's 10 people, I think of my situation. I ended up with someone I would never date, generally, have thought to date after a long-term relationship, because, you know, women, a lot of women have criteria. And if they knew something in a former relationship, it's like they're always picking the same person, you know? And I think after the self-work we did for many, many
You got
years,
attracted to a different guy.
I was also different. It didn't feel like a frying pan, somebody hit me in the head and I saw stars. It was different. It was measured. And I'm like, you know, intellectually there was a connection, so for me that's a big thing. Okay, visually you're connected, but it was different. I had morphed. Like I had developed, I had worked at it, and I realized, yeah, I'm gonna give this a try, you know, twice. And I remember, I keep saying that time when we were in the office, and I was still doing my self-work, and it was my third, time with you over maybe 6 years. And you said to me, I feel like you're gonna meet someone. I said, I feel like it too. And from then to now, so it's not what you think. Though sometimes those subconscious fears are driving what we're attracted to. And when you do the self-work, and you, like you said, it's supposed to feel safe. Sometimes it feels boring. Sometimes, you know, all of the things. I think that's important for people to understand.
But what I mean, like, if there's 10 people who are, you know, on paper look good,
Yeah.
subconsciously, I can guarantee you the one you're going to feel is the right one is going to be the one that's going to teach you most about love. And because once you do your inner work and you let go of your stories, this is my experience. Like, I met my husband, it was the same thing. I didn't have, like, I've been infatuated in the past where I couldn't sleep, you know, when I met someone. But when I met my husband, it was a quiet trust. And I felt it in my chest, I felt it in my heart, and I was driven. I wanted to know more about him. I felt like through this relationship, I could really finally get what I had been craving for a long time. So let's show how this works. So, Carmelina is going to push up against my hands. You push up, be nice and strong. I put my finger there, it goes down, and you push up again. My name is Carmelina.
My name is Carmelina.
And you push up. My name is Lise.
My name is Lise.
All right, so that's why I say it's like a lie detector test. So we know Carmelina is not Lise, but the idea is to say a statement you would like to be true. So, and the last step is we're testing. I'm ready, willing, and able to trust love. So I'm ready, willing, and able to trust love.
I'm ready, willing, and able to trust love.
And resist me hard, and then we'll go. Like, no matter how big you are, like she's petite, but I've done this with, you know, muscle builders and all that stuff, and it still goes down. So it's not about strength test. It's about finding a change in the muscle. And when you see something that's not true, that's why, you know, when you see a polygraph and, you know, the needle is moving, it's basically the same thing that happens. When you see something that subconsciously is not true, your nervous system goes, what? And you can't resist, okay? So let's check which one of the three is not true for her. I'm ready to trust love.
I'm ready to trust love.
All right, it's nice and strong. I'm willing to trust love.
I'm willing to.
All right, I'm able to trust love.
I'm able to trust love.
So now we found out why she's not able to trust love. It's not that consciously she knows. It's a story. So the only thing we have to do right now is go find the story. So keep saying, I'm able to trust love.
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 I'm able to trust love. And I'm trying to cheat too now. I'm able to trust love.
All right. So there's things like what I'm doing right now is called NET, neuro-emotional technique. But it's not my technique. I'm not the one who created this. I'm using it right now to demonstrate. But my method is called the heart freedom method. And you can learn to do this with me on my Soul with a Love program. And it's basically, you can, if you want, learn to do the muscle testing, but really it's about learning to scan your body and becoming aware of your own sensations. So anyway, because I'm here right now, and for the sake of speed, we're gonna do it faster. So, feeling anger, push up.
Anger.
Resentment, all right. Your resentment with people you love, people have loved you, resisting. With friends.
Oh God.
Friends when you are conception to 10 years old. When you are conception to 5 years old. When you're 6. When you're 7 years old.
Yeah.
Girlfriends. Male friends. Girlfriends. So let's go on at 7. Where you feel resentful because...
I was in grade school. I was not a popular young girl. I felt like the ugly duckling.
Were they hurting your feelings?
I'm sure they were.
All right, so think about that because the statement is I'm able to trust love and subconsciously you're not able to. So let's check it out. I'm able to trust love.
I'm able to trust love.
Because the girls are hurting your feelings. So you can see that happens all the time.
I was bullied, for sure.
Yeah. So then we end up, you're a pure little kid, you're beautiful, your little heart is open, and then you have girlfriends that you think are your friends. And then they do mean things to you. So now you go, oh, this is not fun, this is not safe. All right. So we're going to get rid of the emotion. Put your hand on your breath, put you back to me. So go back in time and feel what that felt like back then. When you're 7 years old and you don't feel that, you know, you can't trust your girlfriends anymore. Feel the resentment with that, not being able to trust. And you breathe in and out. And again, breathe in and out. And again, breathe in and out. All right, turn around. All right, and you push up. Good. Say, I'm able to trust love.
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 All right, cool. So part of the work that I do now is I actually get the person to go deeper into this. So if you would close your eyes and put cute little Carmelina, who's 7 years old, on your lap. And just breathe in with her and love her. And allow her to feel what she was feeling. Like she was feeling resentful that she couldn't trust love because she wanted to trust her girlfriends, but they were being mean to her. Just breathe in with her. Okay, now we're going to take it to the next level, and the next level is, since you're worthy of love, what's the truth of the situation? Why are the girls like this? If your own child, or if your best friend was in the same situation, how would you coach them? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that people have insecurities that start very young, and it could be a reflection of the love they receive at home. I have very loving parents, but I've learned that a lot of people don't have that.
That they're mean to other kids?
Right, and they're projecting that. And, you know, they want to make other people that may shine feel invisible.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's too much for them.
Yeah, it's too much for that.
Okay, so take a moment again, go sit back with cute little Carmelina and go show her that she's worthy of love, and the kids are just mean because they are hurt. They're hurt kids, and it has nothing to do with her. She's beautiful, she's kind-hearted, she's a sweetheart, and just go show her that. Okay. So now I'm going to take it to the next level. And the next level is, and this is super important to heal your heart, is you need to understand that for every challenge is an equal opposite benefit. Okay? And you may have heard the story before. One day a scientist is observing a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. It's a huge struggle. It takes hours and hours and hours. So to be nice to the butterfly, you cut the cocoon open. But by doing this, the butterfly has nothing to struggle against. The wings are weak, he can never fly. And he dies like this. So are the struggles we experience bad for us, or are they drivers? And if you start looking at everything that's ever happened to you as a driver, divinely designed just for you, you will be able to see it. So I'll explain some more afterwards. So how would you, not being able to trust love, how did it drive you? Like, what did you do? Did you focus on schooling? Did you focus at home with your parents? Where did you put your energy since you couldn't trust your friends? How did it benefit you?
To be honest, being invisible at that time, because I was trying to think even what my hair looked like, is it allowed me to just focus on me. You know what I mean? I didn't have to posture to prove myself to people, to keep that number one spot, you know, among the girl tribe. And in many ways, it made me independent. Mm-hmm. So I've never been one of those girls that followed.
So you're able to be true to your heart?
I think that being invisible taught me to be independent, right? And that carried through, actually. Yeah.
Cool. So again, put cute, beautiful Carmelina on your lap and go show her that at some level, at the soul level, she chose this experience because it was going to drive her and allow her to be independent, to not feel like she has to be part of groups. In a way, it allowed you to be truer to your own heart. You didn't have to fit in. Go show her that. Okay, so now just take a moment to show her how blessed she's been. Look at the perfection of her life. She is beautiful, she is worthy of love, and the whole thing was happening because she needed to be driven in a certain direction. Go show her the perfection of her life. See how blessed you are to be you. Okay. Now imagine yourself 20 years from now. You and your partner are true blue. You trust each other, you love each other, you love loving.
You feel safe.
You feel safe, exactly. You trust each other, you feel safe. What does Carmelina 20 years from now, what does she tell you right now about being able to trust love?
She tells me, you were made to love.
Mm-hmm.
That almost makes me just... And I do believe that. I was. And you have touched the lives of so many people by being true to yourself and not being a groupie. And it's all the work you've done with the help of people like Lise. And persevering and knowing that really, without love, it's a dark world.
Yeah. And you're lucky you have that gift.
And it was that darkness where you feel invisible in your dog, where that's where the seeds grow and they
And at this,
become flowers and they bloom. And that's what happened to me over many years.
just like when you told, the little Carmelina at 7 that it was not because something was wrong with her that the people were mean. 20 years older than you can tell you the same thing right now. It's a gift that you have to be able to love. And there are people who are miserable.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
I made the choice to love.
You're lucky to
Yeah.
love, and that's your blessing.
In adversity, yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So close your eyes. Imagine yourself 20 years from now, and you're looking back at your childhood, teenage years, early adulthood, through older, through now, through 20 years in the future. Can you see how beautiful your journey has been? How you keep growing in love and wisdom. You lived a rich life, a real life, a passionate life. It's beautiful. You take a breath in through your nose, through your heart. And now, cool. So, when I do a session, I always ask, so when did you get, so you can integrate what we just did. So what can you put together?
I don't know why I feel emotional now, but I do feel emotional because I know the journey for myself and my family in the adversity, and I have a really big tribe, and I've always led by faith and love, and never, it's that resilience of believing God couldn't have given me a heart if He didn't want me to use it. And through healing in different, I believe in a portfolio of wellness, and you've been a pillar there for me. And I look forward, and this is what I preach for other people. I just try to make my corner of the world better by shining.
You know what? We don't have our minds.
Are you joking?
So you saw, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? And again, if you want to find out what happens afterwards, you need to watch the next episode. Share this with someone you love, someone who could benefit from it. And remember that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's not love. Bye for now.